Hi guys, welcome back to this training. I'm Sarah. I'm currently 4A into the Energetic business, and today I'm going to give you a short walk through how I run my stories across my social media. So, as you all know, social media can be used in two ways. One, wasting time, and two, creating something out of it. 90% of the social media users are consumers, so they waste their time on social media. Please don't let yourself be one of them. I think that Instagram stories, Facebook stories are a powerful tool to let your own light shine through your business page, to explain people who you are, what do you want from life, the goals that you are achieving, and your journey of growth. So in this short training, I'm going to give you my personal insight about Instagram stories, how I use it, what I post on my Instagram stories, um, the intention behind it, and a little bit of design and creative stuff. So let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen with you so we can have a really nice training about Instagram stories. Hope you can see my screen. Here we are. So, stories. A day in my life, basically. So, first of all, what do I post on stories? A lot of people come to me and say, Sarah, I have no idea what to post on my stories because I feel I'm always posting the same. I'm going to give you some ideas on what I personally do. I just want you to be yourself. Okay, so take some inspiration from this training, but always let your own light shine through your business profile. Okay, here down you have some of my recent stories, and what are the topics on it? If we begin from the left one, there is a typical photo of a laptop where I was having a coaching call with my team on it, and I just took the photo of my laptop and I wrote down something that was going on so that people know more or less what I'm doing. Imagine always a new person jumping on your social media, seeing a story like this. They have to understand what is going on. Okay, so if they see, I imagine my follower seeing this story and thinking like, okay, there is like a call going on. Okay, what's all about? And they read a little bit, so they have an insight. Okay, this person, Sarah, she is running a business online because I explained it in the story. Okay, so this is, for example, my business routine. Another thing that I do, I show my personal routine, my personal growth, my any kind of quote that gives me inspiration because I want with my social media to inspire people. So, for example, the second image, you can see an example of me. I was at the airport in this moment, and I was reading a book, and I read this quote, and I wanted to share it with my followers. The quote, it's it's not so big written, but it was saying, "Safety is the enemy of success. Be proud of your mistakes. Take a risk. Fail spectacularly. And then go out and fail more." This moment I had like, okay, I have to share this because I felt really inspired and I wanted to share it with my followers. So here you have a clear example of a story, an inspiring story, a story that want to educate people on something. Third one, typical image. I was on a trip in Lisbon. I just wanted to share this photo with my followers because I wanted to entertain them. Of course, always try to teach something with my stories, but sometimes it's really nice just to have a nice picture in it. So I feel when I'm on a trip, when I'm traveling, I wanted to share with my team because I want them to feel energized. Like, oh my God, like she's doing this, she's doing the business, she's working on herself, and she's traveling. Okay, so I want to know a little bit more. And of course, you see the colors, the blue, the yellow are two of the colors that always jump up in my social media. And just because I really liked it and because they are really outstanding. So when it comes on a trip, I really want people to get inspired. Like imagine a follower seeing this and saying, "Oh, I really would love to go to Lisbon." Okay, but this person is there. What is this person doing there? What is she seeing? What is she visiting there? You know, to get a little bit more interest. Um, Also, of course, it symbolizes the goal of my life, traveling. So having the business, you know, all together, bring it to reach my goals, which is traveling, which is then the thing that I love to share most on my social media page. On the last photo, it's just a simple photo of me. I was having a walk, but at this point, it would be, of course, clever to read what was going on. I don't remember exactly all the words, but it was a down day for myself, you know. And I wanted to share it on my social media because I really want that part of me also to be there. I want people to relate to my story. I want people to know that I also have some problems, some struggles that I want to overcome. It's not always fun and games, everything. So I want really to show as a human as I really am. So it can be something like this, a story telling something bad that was happening and how I was struggling with it. It can be something more funny. I recently find out that I love to be ironic and funny on my social media, and I really love people to get, you know, entertained by it. So this is also me. It's my light, it's my personality shining through my social media. The power of the stories is basically to have a short insight into my life for the people that are following my journey, that they know what I'm doing, how am I feeling, what I'm learning, where I am, you know, all this like daily life, of course. And every day can be something different, of course. I try, and this is just a suggestion for myself. I personally try not to put like those 4 stories in one day because people get lost, like they don't know anymore what to think about. Imagine me posting like the business part and then the inspirational part, the trip, and my thoughts. It would be way too much. So I try, you know, to when I make sequences in the stories during the day, just to have 1 or 2 topic coming out. I'm not always, of course, not always sharing all the pillars that I want to talk about. I'm not always putting something funny, something about my trip, and something to inspire people. It can be that there is a day more full than others, but I try always to like keep that line. And I feel that people get more like, okay, today is like this, tomorrow, what's going on in Sarah's life, you know, something like this. I want to create curiosity for them. Also, what I do on my social media personally, it's um, interacting with my public, let's say like this. Um, I try to, you know, on the stories, you can try to put this quiz or this thing that people can ask you a question, people that can decide what to choose, like a poll, you know, all this kind of stuff that, you know, it's moving. My Instagram, I don't want it to be boring. I always want it to be like something fun, something like that people can learn from, something that can also um, put people in my situation and ask them question, asking them for suggestion, all this like this interaction that I have with my followers. Okay, let's go on. Are going to be some videos which I'm going to stop because I need to explain to you why I share what I share. So all the intention behind the story. As I told you, I want my own personality to shine through it. Okay, so for example, I put out this. This is a reel, the first one on the left. it's a reel, but I also shared it in my stories, and it's just me making fun of myself. Okay, there is this video with this is my profile picture at the moment, which I'm saying, Sarah, you always look good on photos, and then you can see what's going on. And this was, for example, just, I want people to understand I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. And I want them to relate to me. What I find out is that normally people relate more to your struggles than to your goals or your dreams or your achievements, because they feel like, okay, I also feel like this. Like, I also feel like of 10 photos, just one is good and all the others are bad. I wanted people to know, okay, you can just be yourself with me, okay? Because I'm being myself with you. So this was, for example, the intention behind this kind of reel. I just wanted to show up as a human, okay? And people relate to me. On the second story, there is basically my intention behind this story was just showing people that I'm here working on my dream, basically. Uh, it's written Saturday nights nowadays because it was a Saturday night, and I was just watching some video of entrepreneurs. I think it was Eric Warren, yeah, a video, and I was watching the video and taking notes for myself to learn something from it and to create afterwards a presentation for my team. So that was exactly what was going on. But imagine a follower seeing this story, like, oh, like it's Saturday night, instead of being out and partying, drinking, whatever, this person is working on something, on their dreams, on their business. And this is exactly the intention I have behind, because it's not that I want to show like the person that is like, I'm better than you because I'm not partying, I'm learning. I really want them to see that I'm actually working on my dreams, and if they have some dreams, they should really also work on them. Okay. Then everyone decide what to do, of course, but I just want to show my journey of growth, because I'm really doing this. I'm really um, creating some foundation to build my business on. So if you, after this story, you see a goal reached, then you know why. This is exactly the intention behind it. On the third one, there is a video, and it's just me swinging with a sea view. What it's written there is just, if 1 year ago you had told me that I would have spent the beginning of December swinging with a sea view, well, I would have told you you're crazy. Yet, it's amazing what happens when you just decide to go with that online business and work for it. Grateful I didn't wait a single minute longer. The intention behind the story, well, it's pretty clear. I was showing them my journey of growth. I was showing my followers that it's not always been like this. I worked for it, and I'm now living this kind of life. So the intention is just to empower them. Like, I really followed my dreams. Do this, do this too, because something like this can happen. You're just swinging with a sea view, for example. Another one, which I do often, is just share some quote that I read, as I told you before. This is just a post that I reposted on my story, which says, I didn't want to face reality. I wanted to make my own reality. The intention behind this is really clear because it describes exactly what it was going in my mind. Imagine, for example, putting this story first. I wanted to create my own reality. Then this one, like, see, I'm swinging with a sea view. But why? How am I able to do this? Because I'm working late nights to work on this dream. Okay. So people that read maybe the last quote here, and say, oh, I also feel I'm facing reality and I want to create my own life. So maybe they get interested, like, how is this girl doing it? Because I want to do the same. And I want them to be inspired of it from it. Okay. So the intention behind it, again, for me, it's empower people to follow their dreams and inspire them to just take a different way than the normal life, showing them what's possible if you really work on your dreams and showing them that I'm really working for it. Okay. So how do I create my story? I'm going to stop the video first, sorry, to show you a little bit more about the creative part, the design on the stories. Okay, so the first video, you have the photo that I showed you before, and I just duplicated it. I duplicated in my gallery, in my normal album, and I put it both photo the same on my Instagram stories. Okay. Oh, sorry. So let's see together. I just wrote down a quick sentence: learning everywhere, because as I told you, I was at the airport at the moment. Then what I do is circle the quote that I wanted people to read. How I do it is just clicking by the three dots on the top left, on the top right, put draw, and then you just have different pencils. Okay, you have like the highlighter, the normal pencil, and this is the fourth one, the third or the fourth one, the one with the dots. So you have like a sparkle, and this is the one that I use normally. Okay, so I just create the circle. And on the second story, what I do is clicking on the three dots, clicking on the highlight, and then decide a color. For me, it's black in this story, and just click and hold on the photo. So you see this effect that is coming out. Like you see the photo behind, but if you write down something on it, it's more clear. And I wrote down the secret to entrepreneurship. I just put it in yellow right on the center. So you see the image behind the quote that I read. I just copy and paste it, which I really liked it. And then I just wrote down the sentence that hit me more. So go out and fail more. And I wanted to highlight this basically. So I want people that read this or see this story just to get inspired, like, okay, it's good to fail, it's good to take mistakes, it's good for everything. What I did afterwards is click on a sticker. I saved on my normal album the cover of the book that I'm reading, which is The Prosperous Coach. I just add it from here, from the sticker, I add the image, and then you can choose the frame that you want for it. I just choose the normal one. And so people see the quotes, see the book that I'm reading, and know a little bit more about it. I just add some sparkle on it because so it's like more in line with the previous one. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look on the second video, which is the one with the laptop image. So I just edited the image because I wanted the background to be more white and to have the color of my laptop. I just put down what's going on. There was a team call with my group, and my coach was in Vietnam at that moment. So I wrote down time for a group coach in Vietnam, Europe, which is basically the headline of my story. People maybe get attracted to it, like, okay, what's going on in between Vietnam and Europe? So I wrote it down, and I wrote down also what was going on this team call. And basically, I wrote down, it's a little bit small, but I am going to read it for you. Once a month, me and other team members meet with our coach, Liana. I just tagged her, who helps us to face struggles, improve, and grow step by step as people and as business owners. And she teach us to do the same with our own team members. And more down, you can see what I wrote. It's this business offers basically a tailor-made coaching for each of us. So imagine someone seeing this story, like they know there is a group talking about business. So they know in this moment, okay, they make some team call. This is something real. This business is something real, and they offer also a training which is made for each of us. Okay. So in the third story, this is just about design, just about a little bit of creativity. So I took a photo of myself watching at the beautiful Algarve in Portugal, and I just wanted to do something like eye-catching for people. So I just took the 3 dots, the pencil with the neon stuff, and I wrote down hello with my finger and Algarve in another font. And that was, sorry, it's going to be a little fast. This was yeah, the result. Another one just wrote down morning with a font, good with another font. Suggestion just by myself. Don't use too many fonts. Don't create chaos in the story. People don't know where to look at. So this, for example, is just something really nice and clean. You know, good morning, Algarve. Add some sparkle on it, as I am. And that's it. Another one, for example, was this one. Just wrote down morning really big. And to create this effect, it's just, I select the whole word. And I click and press the color. So like the whole, all the shades of colors are coming out. I just click, for example, on the yellow. And with the other finger, I deselect the word and I move the colors. So every letter is having another color, basically. This is how it works. Just give it a try. You have to try to understand, okay, this is how I do it. Again, I just changed the font because it was more outstanding. This one, I just wrote down, good morning, Algarve, again. And that was the final result. Really nice, you know, imagine this story and then following other stories talking about my trip to Algarve or something like this, something that I was visiting. I feel it's, of course, never judge a book by its cover, okay? So, but same, good looking stuff are fucking attractive. That's it. I mean, people are just looking for something nice on Instagram. Instagram is all about eye catching. You know, our attention lasts so less that if we don't get attracted in the first like 2 seconds, then it's gone. So what I do is create some stories which reflect the person I am. I really like to do stuff well. That's it. So I try to maintain this kind of standard on my stories. I want them, the followers, the people that are watching my stories, to know that I'm working like this. I like some easy, clean stuff, really easy to read, easy to understand, and good looking. You know, that's it. That's how I am. If I should create a business card, I would do it exactly like this, just nice and clean and super easy. And yeah, that's why my stories normally look that way. Again, this is me. I'm just giving you some suggestion on here, and I want you to create your own style. I want you to find out what do you really like. And people that are going to watch your story and interact with your story are people that love what you are posting. Okay, so they don't have to love what I, as Sarah, am posting. They are going to interact with you. So remember just to be yourself always. Okay. And this is exactly the same, the argument that I'm talking now, the importance of being me. Why authenticity is the key, and why be who you are is the most important thing. And it's written here, exactly here. And I told you, you are the only you. And that's the most amazing stuff, you know. That's exactly why your business is just your business and not mine. You have your own possibility to shine your own light through your social media. So just be yourself, be authentic. Never try to copy too many stuff. Create your own one. And you are going to attract the right people. Okay. So first, as I told you, I want to attract people that just like me want to evolve in life, that are looking for something more or different. So when people see my stories and see myself as a person, my growth, they can be attracted to it. And then maybe they are exactly the people that are going to be attracted it are exactly the people that want to do the same that I'm doing. They maybe want also something more out of life. They want something different. They maybe are in the situation I was in 1.5 years ago when I started my business. So they see all my journey of growth and they saw like, okay, if this person being herself can do this, why can't I do it? There is nobody out there like me. And this is the most amazing stuff, I think. This is like all what I am going to decide to do with my business is going to be fine because it's going to be made from me. And there is nobody else like me out there. Okay. I could never be myself in my previous life. And now it's finally my power. And it's time to take advantage of the fact that I can do it. I don't know your background. I was a waitress before. So in my previous life, in my previous job, I had rules to follow. I couldn't really express myself. I couldn't be really creative. So now I can do it. It would be stupid if I don't really am myself now that I can, you know? I lived my whole life trying to be someone else, try to look like something, like try to follow the rules that were not mine. Now I can just be on my own rules. Why shouldn't I follow other people's rules? Okay. This is the really the importance of just being myself. Take advantage of it. I mean, last but not least, leading by example and create a team of people that just like me is going to show up. It's not that I just want to attract new people on my profile being myself. I want to my team members that my team members to see that I'm continuously showing up as myself. And they are going to be inspired to continue to show up as their best self. Okay. So it's really an example that I give with my stories. I reached all these goals just being me. Now you can reach yours being you. And you know, it's like a ripple effect. Then more people are going to be inspired to just be themselves. And more people and more people. You know, imagine if everyone just could express themselves as they want. So that was it for today's training. Take some inspiration from this one. Be yourself. It's your social media, it's your business. Show your own light. okay? You are going to attract the right people to it. I'm really sure about it. It was a pleasure for me. I hope you enjoyed this training and see you around the community.